Hello there, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is the Baron's Corner, whichever time it is, wherever you are. I hope you're really doing great. This is Rotich Godwin, the host, your best host of the Baron's Corner. And of course, today I'm honored and privileged, guys, to host an amazing lady, a lady I'll describe as a trailblazer on her own field. This lady is a baron actually in two different fields, being a leader and also a best-selling author of so many books, guys, and you're gonna love them. And this is DIBORA Zainab, the vice president of the University of Nairobi, and also the author of the book which is called Fragments of Us. This book over here, we have it here at the Baron's Corner, Fragments of Us. You will listen to the story behind this book. You will listen to the story behind so many other books, Whispers of Fate, and all those books. We will listen from her. You will know her story. This girl tells me, this lady here, a girl is downgrading her. She's a lady. She tells me she grew up in Moyale, Kenya. Imagine Moyale, and made it to the University of Nairobi. And not just that, made it to the University of Nairobi as the vice president of the University of Nairobi Students Association, and also a writer of all these amazing books. One of them, Fragments of Us. We listen to her story, her journey as a lady, and also as a human being, of course, making it in such a country, in such a society.
Karibu sana Baron's Corner. Hey, tumefurahi kukuona by the way.
Nimefurahi pia.
Yeah. Tell us exactly who you are. Like, introduce yourself. When are you Zainab?
Okay, Zainab DIBORA Hirbo, as you said. I'm a student at the University of Nairobi.
Yeah.
Faculty of Education, to be specific, Kikuyu campus.
Yeah.
Taking linguistics and literature. And the current UNSA vice president. Or
Wow.
yeah, that's me.
And of course, a best-selling author
Really?
of so many books. And it's so great having you here. It's good you mentioned you're from the University of Nairobi. And Zainab, maybe we go down to, before we talk about you becoming the vice president. I know you've had a journey, and as I mentioned earlier, you grew up in Moyale. I want to really listen to your journey. A young lady who grew up in Moyale and made it to the University of Nairobi. And not just that, an author of 4 books, published ones. And not just published ones, they are selling. That's it. And one of them is Whispers of Fate. Before we go to the books, Zainab, you grew up in Moyale, right?
Yes.
Wow. And where exactly in Moyale?
Moyale in Manyata Burji, a place called Manyata.
Yeah. So growing up in such a place, you attended primary over there?
Yes, St. Mary's Primary School.
How was it like attending such a school and stuff? How was life beginning? Yeah.
Maybe at that moment I didn't know, I never crossed this other side of Kenya. It was just normal to me. It was,
You go to like a normal home, like
yes. Normal schooling, everything was normal.
But you know Zainab, talking about Moyale, someone must mention something about it's Marsabit, right? It's maybe people talk about insecurity, people talk about drought. Did you experience like things when you're growing up?
Yeah, there was this time when I was in primary, and there was this war between the communities, the Borana and Burji. So we had a bit of between the communities. We had to move to Moyale, Ethiopia, the other side of Kenya, to border. Sasa we crossed.
So when you grow up Kenya and you grow up Ethiopia?
Kind of, yeah.
Nah, so when you moved to Ethiopia, did you like change the school, ama like access to school was the same?
No, we were not going to school at that time. Tulikuwa tunangojea vita ishe, ndio sasa turudi shule. Juu system ya Ethiopia ya shule na ya Kenya si the same.
Ni totally different.
Yeah, na tulimove huko, we were staying with our relatives. Si eti tulienda kwa na kwetu huko. Yeah.
So you just moved there for some time, kakatu kidogo. Oh, wow. Growing up in such an environment, maybe then now you finished primary there at St. Mary's.
Yes.
Then you moved to high school.
Yes.
In the same county.
No, I went to high school in Tharaka-Nithi County. That's Chogoria, Makori Girls.
That's Makori Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
From Form 1 to Form 3, and then due to some health issues, so I went back to Moyale again. Form 3, Form 4. That's where I did my KCSE.
So you studied in 2 different schools.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, studying in Tharaka Nithi, kusoma pia Moyale, and you know those are weird counties. Not so weird.
And
Like,
here I am in the University of
and
Nairobi.
University. It's an interesting story. And Zainab, maybe all that time, Jay, we've seen you are an author, right? And did you start all these experiences, the drought, the vita, and living in Marsabit inspired you to write these books?
Yeah, I'm inspired by everything in my surrounding, like my environment, my surrounding inspires me to write. Yeah.
Do you mind telling us, you know, growing up in Moyale, people always believe that most people there are Muslims and stuff. Like, how did you become a Christian, or you just grew up in a Christian family?
Yeah, I grew up in a Christian family and actually tuko wengi. Sisi wote si Waislamu. Yeah. And tuko wengi. Very strong Christians actually. Like my mom, my dad. Yeah.
Wow. That's really interesting. These are new stuff I'm learning. I hope you're learning too. And maybe coming down to, maybe this is a question, it's not must answer it. Do you mind telling us maybe your exact community back there?
Burji.
Yes. Oh wow, it's an honor, guys. I'm here seated with a Burji lady, and as you can see, guys, it's about time we move to Moyale.
You're welcome.
Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. And now let's come down to inspirations. So all these environments really inspired to write these books. Which was your first book?
From the North Full of Stories. That's my first book.
From the North Full of Stories.
Yeah.
Wow, that just captures it. From the North, Northeastern Kenya, full of stories. Coming down to the University of Nairobi, full of stories. Wow, what's it about?
It's actually, I wrote that when I was in Form 1. So it's a combination of short stories.
Oh. Yes. Like, nani alikwambia you should write a book? In Form 1. In Form 1, I can't remember even what I was reading. Oh my God, what was I doing? I was just still finding my way, finding my bed, make sure niko na mattress and stuff, kwa sijaibiwa and stuff. You know that life of high school, but depends which high school you went to. So like, nini ilikuwa inakuinspire that time? Nani alikupush to write a book? You just woke up one day and wrote a book?
No, I didn't just wake up and, you know, I feel like writing has been part of me ever since, because even when I was in primary school, I used to write compositions like 2 pages and naandikia mwalimu no enough space, and it's just like, no, you are not writing a book, this is a composition, make it short and brief. And I'm like, okay. So when I went to high school, I had my English teacher, she's called Mrs. Mweti. So she was reading my writings, their compositions, and she's like, okay, you have a content and you can actually make a good writer. And I'm like, oh really? Let me give it a try. So I used to write compositions and nampelekea, and she anasoma and ani correct. So that's how I ended up combining short stories. Kaifanya
kitabu. That is your first now in Form 1.
Yes.
Then you came down to your second book. Then all the way now you have 4 books already, right? Already published.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you have more books than that.
Yes.
How many?
13.
Oh my God, 13 books.
Yeah.
So are we expecting all these books to be published as soon as possible, maybe?
Yeah, because all of them are ready. Ni kupublish tu
just publishing them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your book. The book you launched last year, December. That is The Whispers of Fate. Maybe you tell us, what is it about?
Whispers of Fate is a story. It's inspired by my journey. So it's a fictional biography. So it talks about a young girl from a village that's Moyale, making it to the University of Nairobi with hopes, dreams. Yeah, like ameingia shule akiwa na hopes, dreams, like anataka kuwa someone better, like someone big, kitu kama hiyo. But then kufika university, maisha ya university yenye it's totally different. She face challenges, and then she was forced to go back home. Akarudi kusoma tena online and stuff, kitu kama hiyo. And then how she finally made it to the dream that she was dreaming. Something.
Oh,
So-
now at the end of the book, this young girl in the book makes it to a dream.
Yeah, she makes it to her dream despite the challenges. So yeah,
That is Whispers of Fate, right?
yes.
Whispers of Fate, guys. You should grab that copy, Whispers of Fate. An amazing story from how you're saying it. I'm going to grab mine after this, and so you should grab yours. And now, just the other day, I saw you say that you're launching another book. It's
Yes.
called The Fragments of Us. What's the book? What's that the book entail, maybe? And what was your inspiration in writing now this book?
This book, this is the book I took the longest time to write, I think. It talks about family, talks about friendship, talks about love, betrayal, and secrets. It's something that happens in our daily life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe some of your personal experience in the book.
Yeah.
The last part or what? Or the
I choose silence.
Ni sawa. But I'm sure, okay, in doing all this stuff, umeandika all these books, lazima kuna some challenges you face on the way. Like maybe you could tell us maybe kuna challenges you faced.
My number one, my biggest challenge was when I began writing. It's like that perspective I had. Nimetoka Moyale.
Yeah.
Nitatoa wapi hiyo Kiingereza?
And
Like,
who will read the book?
hey, who will even be interested in reading my books? And I'm like, andika kweli. Naandika and then I'm not confident in whatever I'm writing. Up to even my third book, this Whispers of Fate, people are reading and they're telling me it's a good, and then,
book and
but
stuff.
bado.
Yeah, but don't feel like
bado
I'm
na
not
feel
doing
like,
the best.
yeah, I'm not doing the best because
Uh-huh.
niko na hiyo mentality natoka Moyale. Si unajua huko ni. Yeah, that's my biggest challenge, was my biggest challenge, but saa inaenda ikipungua, but
the
itaisha.
confidence keeps on coming because
Yeah.
people are saying now you're doing good and stuff.
Yes.
But now, Zainab, maybe all these books we've talked about what they entail and stuff, but what exactly are you trying to address maybe in this book, Fragments of Us?
Most of my book, it has a theme of hope. Everything I write, I try to pass the message of hope. Yeah, in every challenge you face or anything that you're going through, like kuna hope, like
Yeah. Like I can see that hope from this girl growing up in Moyale, coming all the way to the University of Nairobi, to whichever the university she comes to, and going back again because of the challenges, but still makes her to her dream.
Yes.
Wow, that's hope. Yeah, that's the audacity of hope. You should read another book. It's called The Audacity of Hope. That's Barack Obama's. Now this is Whispers of Fate. These Fragments of Us and Whispers of Fate about that. And coming it now, tumetoka kwa vitabu, making it to all these books, the challenges you face and stuff. And maybe after all this stuff, all these achievements, just at this young age, how do you finance all these books? You know, launching a book, Zainab, is not easy.
Yes.
It's not easy. How do you finance all these things?
Ni God.
That's a theory.
Yeah. Anyway, but I really have a supportive family.
Yeah.
They've been like, since the day I told them I want to write to write a book and to publish a book, they were like very open to the idea. Given the fact that tunatoka Moyale, wazazi wetu hajasoma, I was thinking maybe nikiwaambia they'll be like, anaongelelea nini? What else that? But then they were supportive, especially my dad. So I just call him and tell him, Dad, nataka kupublish hii kitabu, and he just asks me, ni pesa ngapi, ni nini inatakikana, and he's like, I'm willing to support your dream, kama if that's really what you want. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
So
That's
actually that it's the like my number one motivating factor
is your
to,
family.
Yeah,
The
my
fact
family.
that they give you all that support.
Yes.
And stuff. So guys, as you listen to that, I'm sure every dad and mom that's listening to this stuff, you must be there to support your kids. You know, making it at 20, at 21, at 22, to writing so many books is not an easy achievement, and that she credits her family, and that's so amazing.
You know, my dad usually tells me, like, akiniona na type kitu kwa laptop, is like, it's like, mtoto wangu siku moja nitakuona kwa NTV, nitakuona kwa KTN, nitakuona huko. And it's like,
that's the dream.
And I'm like, okay, I really have to write. So inani motivate like to write more and then to become like someone. So just to like make my dad proud. I know he's already proud, but then to like evil.
You want to like to feel that you should be proud of this one. And making it the biggest conversation site at the University of Nairobi, and of course in Nairobi, Kenya. This is the Barons Corner. She made it here, guys. Not everyone makes it here.
You made it to do your book launch last year. How was it? How did you come up with the book launch? Was it your first book launch actually?
It was my first mega book launch.
Yeah. Na ilikuwaje?
It was good. I think that's the first book that gave me a lot of it. I mean, a bit of publicity and kujulikana, and then making these connections.
You made it to launch at the University of Nairobi?
Yes.
How did you come up with that?
I think with the help of the administration, that's the University of Nairobi, I was a student from the University of Nairobi, so it was much easier. Yeah.
So okay. Out of that, the book launch and stuff, and you writing all these books. Let's now come to the big thing. You are okay. That's big. That's huge. Being an author is huge. And not just an author, but a best-selling author. That's huge. But now let's come to the other one that's huge. That's being the vice president of the University of Nairobi. How does it feel, Zainab?
How does it feel?
Yeah, I feel like
Anyway, it feels good being the vice president
of
the University of Nairobi.
Of course.
Actually, by the University of Nairobi was never in my option. Nikki join.
You felt it was too far for you? Or?
I was like, will I? So nika choose JKUAT, like MKU. Okay, sisemi hizo shule ni mbaya. But like
you're in the world class.
Yeah. And I was okay. And then when I got the admission to the university, I was so overwhelmed, so happy. Yeah.
And now making it to become the vice president just at
second year.
Zainab, that is huge. You know, people have been here to 4 years. Never made it to be chairs of some small organization. They never made it to be group leaders. But you made it the second year to be the president, to be the vice president. And maybe going forward, you never know. Maybe you'll be the president. Let's not talk about that first. But maybe how did you manage to maybe dare to dream and make it the dream a reality, making it to become the vice president?
Yeah, by the I love this Nini calling, like captioning my every time I say team dreamers. I'm someone who is more of a dreamer, and I dream with hope.
Yeah.
And this vice presidency was never in my, like, sijawahi fikiria nitakuwa leader kwa shule, but politics has always been
in your blood.
In my blood. Actually, my second book, The Legacy of Justice, talks more of politics. Yeah, so ni kitu imekuwa ndani yangu. So plus the leadership. So nikiwa high school, I was the academic prefect. So
Sasa, let me ask you, did you just wake up one day and say, now I want to be the vice president of the university?
No, I didn't just. You know, it happened after I launched the Whispers of Fate hapo Chandaria. And then this guy, the current president, approached me after the event, and he was like, this really huge, and I've never seen mtu anaweza jaza Chandaria, and he's like from the speech, and he was like we can make a good team, what do you think? And he's like, unaweza kuwa vice president wangu, and I'm like, okay, let me think about it. But then I was happy.
Deep down you knew, yes.
So that's how everything started, and then we formed a team. Tukaanza kutafuta watu. That's how the journey began.
That is where people say that you don't just sit down there and wait for opportunities to come to you. Like, you made your first move to launch your book. and all of a sudden God opens another door to become the vice president. Just like that, and you guys formed the team.
Yes.
How has it been working with this team right now? You've been to office. First, before we get to office, how was it during the campaigns?
With the team or the campaign?
The campaign itself.
The campaign, I must say it wasn't easy. I know the University of Nairobi, the politics and everything. Ni kama tu politics ya uko nje.
National politics,
so it was really tough.
Maybe one experience that you feel like was like caught your attention, maybe good or bad. One experience throughout the events,
throughout the campaigns, I feel like we were dealing with the delegates, not the comrades, not the students. So it's really tough. Kubembeleza watu, let me say ni kuwabembeleza. And it's it's a matter of bargaining. You don't know who will win. Na ni team yenye imewin ndio inakupea kura. So you have to support team yote mbili. Unafaa kuwaonyesha like you are there for this person, you are there for the other person. You see, it's hard given the fact that we are like 13 faculties. Na tuko
moving around and stuff.
Leo tuna, and then 13 faculties, those are 39 delegates. So na sieti wengine hatujui delegates ni kina nani. So we talk na tunaongea na the 7 members like okay. Leo nanunua minutes, I call them, I make follow up.
Maybe
so it's
kuna rafiki yake anataka pia, like they're divided and stuff. I get your experience. And maybe now, how has it been being in office? When I work with you and stuff, maybe the past few days,
we really have a good team. We really have a president who is like he listens, like si mtu anatembea na mind peke yake. He's a good person to work with. And I think we'll make a good
regime. Maybe coming down now to maybe that part of a good regime. And you guys working out for the university. What plans do you have personally? What's the one thing you want to add to the university leadership?
Okay, as a team, we were like tulikuwa tunaitwa team inclusivity. Our main agenda was inclusion of everyone, like from the comrades to the congress and to the admins and to the corporate world outside there and to the alumni. So that was our main agenda. And personally, as the vice president, nasimamia the academic part mostly. And maybe what I will say is I can't promise things. I can't say I'll make sure bursaries mtapata watu 1,000 mtapata 20k. I can't say that, but all I can say is I'll try my best. I'll do everything to the best of my ability to give the comrades like the leadership they deserve and the best academic year they've ever had in the University of Nairobi.
So maybe that comes successful events funded. If they're funded with this amount of money, it becomes successful as the money is allocated. Are you telling us you guys are going to be not just inclusive but also keep the integrity in place in terms of funds?
Like leadership is all about integrity. So without integrity, that's not leadership. And we believe in integrity. So
Now we've seen that, and we wish you the best, by the way. We wish you the best. I know you've just started. You just stepped into office, and I know you guys have good plans, and I really pray that you achieve them, because we'll be so proud that the University of Nairobi has good leadership and stuff. But now coming down to now, how do you balance all this? You are both an author, you're both a student, and at the same time, you're the vice president. How do you balance all these, moving around main campus, coming to Kikuyu, maybe where you study and stuff, and doing all these things?
It's a bit tough. It's a bit hard, and I can't say I balance them. Kuna sometimes ingine ina too much, and then so like when we started campaigning, that was in February. Like nilisahau na writing kabisa, like I wasn't writing, like juu campaign natoka, like nafika nyumbani
late,
like asubuhi. Nafika nyumbani saa 11 asubuhi ama saa 12, and then I sleep for 1 hour, ndio huyu mimi nimeamka tena. So it was but at that time luckily, like tulikuwa tumeenda break for 2 weeks, right? so hatukuwa na classes at least, but now that classes zimeanza and
you're now in office.
Now I'm in office, so see, it's not that. It's yeah, ni vitu mingi at once, but then see.
Maybe you should consider having a PA.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, you should consider that.
But then, and I feel like what motivates me to like balance all this is like I remember back then some years ago, this is the life that I was praying for.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
so
okay, let me like I can do this, and so yeah.
So you just have to adjust.
Yeah, I just have to adjust.
Yeah. Through that, and maybe it's great having you. I'm sure you're an inspiration to so many people, to so many girls out there. A young girl in the village of Marsabit out there is dreaming to come here to the University of Nairobi. He's dreaming to write a book. He's dreaming to get maybe to New York and do such stuff, like get out of that village and go big. I know you're an inspiration to all of them, and maybe what's your advice to that one girl who wants to write a book also once she grows up, or she wants to write a book just right now?
I want to tell them, especially girls from Moyale, Marsabit County, or the north in general, that it's possible. Dream with hopes. Nothing is impossible. When I began this journey, I never thought like naeza fika hii, I never. But then there is this quote that our SG likes to say, where everything fails, audacity leads us home. Yeah, even when you feel like, to the girls, even when you feel like there is no hope, like you amuoni mbele, but just have the audacity to try that thing you want to do. Like, manze, it's very possible.
Yeah, just dare to dream.
Yeah, just dare to dream. Yeah,
dare to dream, and that's so beautiful. I think
and I believe that when God gives you something, He doesn't just give it to you and anakuacha. Like He has the whole thing figured out. Like you just have to be hard work and yeah.
Wow, beautiful advice. Dare to dream. That's from Madam Vice President, and that's a beautiful advice, not just to you but also to me and Madam Vice President.
Yes.
As you dare to dream, why are you daring to dream? How are you daring? What's your next dare? Like, go in the future. What do you expect? Do I expect DIBORA Zainab for president or something? Now in Kenyan politics and stuff. Go to the future.
And maybe I don't want to say anything, but I just want to say for now I'm a dedicated leader who is trying her best to deliver. So
but trying your leadership skills, are you not planning to maybe put your leadership skills into action back home, maybe in Moyale?
Yeah, maybe I don't want to talk about that, but maybe someday. Yeah,
that's a beautiful conversation. Maybe Zainab, as we come to a close of this conversation, it's been an amazing conversation. Maybe what's that one thing you just want to tell us, to tell everyone out there about you? Maybe anything.
To everyone, I just want to say, just hope and believe, and do, like, give it your best, like whatever you have in you, like that thing and you unaona, like it's your talent, it's your passion, manze, give it your best and try, just knock, piga hizi milango zote. I know it's really tough and it's hard, like to get support, like ukianza kufanya kitu, but then the process, I tell you, and I'm a testimony, the process is worth it, and you will never regret, like going for what you love.
Zainab, it's been so great having you, and the conversation has been so good. Maybe just one thing I haven't asked, my guys will ask me, you hosted someone from Ujia and stuff, and not Ujia, but Marsabit, and maybe they want to come there and stuff. Should they come? For the guys.
Okay. I'll make it a bit, make it direct. like make the question direct. Acha kuongea kama literature student.
It's good you're a literature student. Something you understand. I'm like, not everyone gets to meet these amazing girls from this place called Marsabit. And now you're out here. Maybe are you still out here for people to get access to you, or maybe you're a no-go zone?
Married. Anyway, I'm very single.
Yeah,
Not ready to mingle. Yeah.
Single and not ready to mingle.
Yes. Not anytime soon. Maybe.
That's a conversation for another day. That, guys, has been DIBORA Zainab. It has been an amazing conversation. I'm so inspired, and I hope you're also inspired. And as you've heard, she's amazing. She's written all these beautiful books, and she's still writing these books. Get a copy of her book out there, and maybe go through it, read them, and get inspired.